And now, the 2012 ARTBA Chairman's Annual Report.
Hi, I'm Paul Urasi, and this is the Chairman's annual video. It gives us a great opportunity to look at the accomplishments we've made together over the past year. So let's get started. Of course, the biggest accomplishment we've had this year is MAP 21. MAP 21 was the result of efforts of 4 chairmen before me, the efforts of everybody out there in the audience right now, of all of our employees, of all of our support, and of course of the ARTBA staff. It stabilizes the Highway Trust Fund for 2 years. What does that mean for us? That means for us that we have 2 years where we're not putting all our concentration into extensions. It's 2 years that we can work in an effort to find that sustainable funding source that will keep us going for a long period of time. The policy changes that we found in this bill will be a springboard for the task force that was named right after the bill was signed. The task force will be looking at implementation of the policies in this bill. We'll also be looking at how we're going to move forward with a strategy 2 years from now to have a long-term, 6-year, sustained funding bill. I'm sure under Steve Wright's leadership, great progress will be made on this, that we'll get everything that we expect to get out of the current bill, and that we'll be ready to bring the fight to Congress for a new long-term funding. While much of the focus this year has been on the highway bill, it shouldn't be lost that ARTBA has achieved 3 legal victories, 2 of them in front of the Supreme Court, that help our industry. Our legal advocacy program is important in protecting the construction market. We've made great strides in implementing a number of the items in the strategic planning report, especially as they relate to innovation. The Transovation Conference in July was outstanding. The inaugural winners of the Innovation Awards showed shining examples of how we use innovation to give everybody a better bang for their buck in transportation. The upcoming virtual conference later this September will help break down barriers so that cash-strapped public officials still have access to professional development without having to worry about travel costs. Finally, the ARTBA economics team produced new research to help reframe our industry's core transportation messages around the economic impacts and real costs to American taxpayers. I'm proud of the additional leadership and educational opportunities we offered through the Young Executive Development Program. Most notably, we have a record number of graduates from this year's program here in Memphis. I'm delighted by this development and hope that they will also stay engaged in the association. In summary, here's what ARTBA achieved over the last year. We played the primary industry leadership role in the final passage of MAP 21. On the road to reauthorization, ARTBA volunteer leaders and staff testified more than 25 times before Congress, the administration, and other blue ribbon commissions. Through the award-winning Transportation Makes America Work grassroots lobbying and communications campaign, we helped frame the debate on Capitol Hill. We remain the industry's primary legal and regulatory watchdog. Our association also filed comments nearly 24 times on a variety of federal regulations impacting transportation and development. We began to implement the recommendations in the Strategic Planning Committee report to reposition our industry and its message for future transportation funding increases. Finally, we began the groundwork for the next reauthorization battle and to reframe our political message. The industry's leaders on ARTBA's Trans 2020 Task Force will begin working to ensure MAP 21 is implemented as intended and to help secure a long-term, sustainable transportation funding source. I've had the opportunity in my career to have been a member of a lot of other organizations and to serve as high-ranking officer, executive committee, and other professional organizations. None of the organizations are as focused and as well-staffed as ARTBA. ARTBA's energy, ARTBA's focus, ARTBA's fortitude, ARTBA's ability to stay the course is how we got this bill. And I would personally like to thank every member of the organization because it's their work that really got us here. It's been my honor to serve as your chairman over the past year representing ARTBA and all of the industry. Thank you for the opportunity.